So from the closed guard, okay, we're going to close our guard this way. Obviously, our coach, our partner has a solid posture, right? And so I'm never going to be able to shoot a triangle from there. So the idea is I want to control his posture with a collar tie. So I'm reaching up this way. I want to keep him nice and tight. So whatever hand that I'm collar tying him, the opposite hand is going to grab a wrist. You see, I'm not going cross wrist. I'm going to the same side wrist, this way. Cup it however you want, but I want to control his wrist and I want to control his posture. I don't want to do this because it calls for a different position, right? If he postures up hard, then I'm doing a different kind of game, right? So again, we're just going to cup his collar to keep his posture. So if he extends high, he's still within reach. Anything further, he's further. I have to go up high and catch him. So I want to come up this way, right here, right here. Okay, from here, I'm going to control his posture and I'm going to shove his wrist in between my legs, this way. You see, his elbow might poke out, that's perfectly fine. From there, I'm going to open wide and I'm going to crotch chase to catch, to just clasp the triangle. You see how now my hips are off the mat. I don't want to pull him into me. I want to shoot my ass and hips up to him. Okay, all I want is this position right here. Whatever happens next, happens next. I can cross the arm over, but the idea is to just clinch the triangle first. So I go to the other side, right here. Shoving it down. It doesn't necessarily, you don't have to open up. All you got to do is enough to punch his wrist close enough to your hip area and then open wide and then shoot. Okay, you're not going to finish a triangle from here. All that other stuff would have to happen. Okay, so you're going to go like this. 1, 2. And you guys know how to finish a triangle from there. Same thing side. If his hand's on the mat, don't reach for it.
Yeah.
Just, that's fine. So let's say his hand is on the mat, even better. Even better.
Makes it even worse for him.
Yes, it makes it even worse. And then obviously my hips are off the mat. If I want to cross that elbow, I like to get on my shoulders. And then close it down. Foot on the hip. Don't put your foot on the mat because coach is good enough, he's going to step right over. So I'm clenching right here, 2 hands on the head, grabbing my own shin, foot on the mat. I'm not shifting my hips, I'm changing the angle. I'm going over his neck and shoulder this way. I'm not doing this. Let's switch sides, coach. Yeah. Right. So when I'm shifting, I'm not doing this because look what happens and look what's there. You see that? There's a hole. If I can grab, if there's a space for him to move or to survive, he's gonna survive. That's why when I'm shifting the hips, I don't scoop my hips. It's just enough. It's just enough for error. Any error is giving him room to move. So I just changed my angle and I point my knee this way, my toes that way, and I go over his neck. Now there's no room for error and I can squeeze. So one more time to sum it up. Collar control, bring him towards you. Shove that wrist between your legs, open wide, and crotch chase. It'll be super fast. Okay, if you want to finish the triangle here, your hips are already off the mat. Get on your shoulder, elbow. Now lock them in by clamping your hips down. Now I'm locking them in. Control the head, angle, toes, squeeze. Make sense? Any questions? Make sense? All right, let's try it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Everything's gonna stay the same, right? So we were mentioning the TP triangle and the gi not too long ago. You can still hit the TP triangle in the NoGi, which is probably even better. Gi, it's a little tough because you have fabric all over the place, right? So now everything's gonna stay the same. And there's different ways you can finish the triangle, but the idea is to get one arm in, one arm out. So again, if you gotta go 1, 2, 3, do 1, 2, 3. Because even if you're live, right? So 1, 2, 3. Keep your hips up, across. Some guys like to, once they finish the triangle, they like to reach over, underhook the arm, and finish the arm lock there. I personally like this one.
Yeah.
because it's a nasty torque on the elbow. Sometimes guys they'll post that leg up. I like to, you can underhook it, boom, and kill from there. Okay, so now I shot my triangle.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. But he wants to defend. So what he wants to do is he wants to come up this way and grab his arm this way. Yeah, grab his hand. He wants to do that. So I cannot reach this over. I cannot peel it. It's hard for me to underhook. So a lot of times people will try to do the reverse triangle, which isn't wrong, but sometimes my legs are too short or not strong enough. So that's perfectly fine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna control his head to keep my hips close to me. Okay, from there, I like to keep his head down, and I come up and I go underneath my leg, and I come underneath my other leg with an S grip. Okay, now I keep my legs closed and I go straight to the sky. Okay, what that does is it's keeping that ring of pressure all together. My legs are closed, it's a ring. If my legs are open, the ring is broken, there's no power. Same thing with my arms. It's a ring. I'm keeping the pressure and power in. 1, 2, now I'm keeping it nice and strong. It works a lot on big guys because they like to muscle these things through. They like to pressure pass you, and that's perfectly fine. All you gotta do is just keep them close to your center, and then you can start working from there.
And like you're saying, they do it for you.
Yes, yeah, so they're like, I'm like, it's even better. I wanna keep that body close to me, and they start driving through. I'm like, perfect, easy money. So again, collar control, always important. 1, 2, 3, he wants to defend, he goes under, that's perfectly fine. I'm not gonna finish it from right here, because look at what I say about the holes. There's a hole in between. That's why I like to control, and I'll climb. It's like climbing a tree, right? All right, so if I'm up here, now I have no hole. So now I'm right here, I come under, open up. This is just get a nice little grip from the back, come over, 1, 2, right here. Now I'm ready to squeeze the daylights out of them. Make sense, Coach?
Yes.
Any questions?
See that color on my face.
It's a pressure choke. If you don't choke him by squeezing on his neck, the pressure in his jaw is going to continue.
Jaw, and I would even say my shoulder some too, depending on how hard they're insistent on that grip.
Yeah, so the idea is, remember, S grip, don't gable grip it, don't figure 4 the grip or the figure 8.
Butterfly grip.
Yeah. You don't want a butterfly S grip.
When you're squeezing, are you just kind of crunching in?
All you're doing is straight to the sky. You have leg muscles, so you're just doing this.
Okay.
So we're not doing this because I'm not strong in my thighs, my inner thighs. So I'm stronger going straight to the sky. That's why it's called a teepee choke.
Gotcha.
So I'm going straight to the sky. And it's just immense pressure. And everyone sleeps on it. So,
Literally.
Make sense? Yeah, literally. Yeah, I've seen some sleepers there. Make sense? All right, try it out. On 3. 1, 2, 3.